Next week I am invited to a birthday party, and in my opinion you cannot go there empty-handed, so I will give some flowers to the lady of the house. Or maybe we can find something better. Let's make something. I have here a bag full of candles, brand new. So maybe instead of making something, I can give one of these or two of these. No, one of these. Voila! That was also a stupid idea. Right, here I have a collection of useful junk. Let's see if I can turn all this into a candle holder. What I would like to try. Now, first let's take a little bit this thing away here. No need anymore. Looking for a base. And then something to sit on. Something. And then here will be a person sitting. And here will come the candle on a pile of firewood. A bit the idea of the person warming his hand on the campfire. And this is of course the candle. Now, to be fair, this thing is of course not my idea. I stole it from the internet, but whatever. Now, I have here a very nice and big piece of pipe, and my little candle fits perfectly well in here. There's a little bit too much room, but I think better too much than not enough to prevent it from getting stuck inside. So all I have to do is to cut off a little slice and then weld a piece of plate or something in the bottom to prevent my candle from falling through, of course. And the local tramway, they don't use this bolt anymore because there's something wrong with it. But I think I can use it to make the head of the person. And here probably I have the body, cut a piece off and then bend the thing. I have 10 millimeter square. This could be arms and legs. I have more 10 millimeter square. And I have a length of 10 millimeter round. And this could be firewood. I just finished cutting off a little ring of this piece of pipe. That of course I have to clean up because this is galvanized steel and it doesn't weld very well. So clean up, and then I'll also cut off the head of this special looking bolt, and now it looks even more special. So I have to clean up a little bit. Also, I'm gonna leave a part of the rust on it. So don't clean too much, I think it will look better. And while cutting, I saw in the corner of my eye this little piece of pipe with something welded on it, and there's a tiny little bend in here. And I also found this tree shape. I think this can be very useful. Maybe something like this, I don't know. I cleaned up a little bit the campfire and I found a little piece of plate that I can weld on here. It will be closed, and then of course after welding I will clean up the sides, right? And I suppose you've also noticed that while I was straightening the legs of this person, I broke one. I think that hurts. But maybe I'm gonna change my plans a little bit. Now that it's broke, I'm not sure I'm gonna use this one, but maybe a piece. My first idea was to take the tree trunk here and then weld these legs on here. And then of course the body on top, and make a bend here will be his knees. But now that it's too short, and then maybe I can take out this bend and make a new one. But I have another ladder, and if I cut off a piece here and another piece also here, maybe I can make two legs and weld them on the side. Let's try. Some manual labor here. Right, it could well be that we are getting somewhere here. If I have a pair of legs and a body, and for example a head with a face, something like this, and then two arms, that could work. Right, let's start welding. I think it starts to look like something. Of course I will weld it better. These are just little tack welds. But I think if I make a person that warms his hands on the fire, maybe he also needs hands. Let's make some. While I was trying to clean up these tack welds a little bit, I accidentally decapitated the poor guy. Right, let's give him his head back. I just finished all the welds, and of course I had to wait a bit to let it cool down, because otherwise too hot, of course. Now let's start concentrating on the firewood. I made a few little test pieces. And this is just a piece of 10mm round ball. And to give it a little bit of structure, I worked it with a hammer and then a little piece of, what is this? 100 grit sandpaper. And so now it could maybe look a little bit like firewood. But I don't have enough, I need a few more pieces, so let's make it. Who would have thought that one day I would cut firewood on my metal cutting machine here. And here we are. I think it starts to look like something. Right, let's make a base plate and weld all these things together, because of course now I have two pieces and I want it to be one piece. I'm having a real hard time getting this yellow color off. I tried with the burner, but it doesn't work. And then I gave it a touch of flap wheel disc thing, and it doesn't work either. Most of it is all off, but I think I'm gonna stop using this one, because with this coating on it, it will be very hard to weld. And I found a little piece of leftover with a circle on it, and this is 0.8mm sheet metal. I think it's a bit too thin, but let's try this one. And here's the finished product. Shit. I think it came out really nice. I'm happy with the result. But that's of course not the point. The point is that she has to be happy with the result. I suppose future will tell. Now, to conclude, if for example you would like to have a candle holder like this one, make one.